Ever stop to think about what's actually going on inside the walls of your home? You know, behind the drywall, under the floors. There's this whole complex hidden network that keeps us comfortable, safe, and, well, running. We're talking plumbing, heating, air, all these vital systems we totally rely on but barely think about. So today, we're going to take a tour of that hidden network. First things first, forget that old picture you have in your head of a plumber, from an 80s sitcom. That's ancient history. Today, we're talking about home systems technicians. And their toolkit? It's a whole different ballgame. They're dealing with stuff like high-pressure hydrojetting, smart thermostats, even UV air purification. Yeah, the wrench is still there, but now it's sitting right next to a laptop. You see, home maintenance has completely evolved. It's not just about fixing what's broken anymore. It's about managing your home's entire technological ecosystem, this whole web of interconnected systems that controls everything from the water in your tap to the very air you breathe. So let's start our tour with the most basic utility there is, water. Seems pretty simple, right? You turn a handle, water comes out. But have you ever really stopped to think about the journey that water takes just to get to you? And then where does it all go afterwards? Well, that whole journey is what we call the complete water loop. It's a full cyclical system that manages every single drop of water that comes into and goes out of your home. Let's break down that path. It all kicks off with treatment and entry. That's the water coming in from the main line. Then, of course, a lot of it gets heated for your showers, your dishwasher. Next up is distribution, where hot and cold water gets sent all over the house. After you use it, it heads to disposal and finally, drainage and ejection, where it's all carried away to the sewer. It's a 5-step cycle that's happening constantly. And each one of those stages is handled by specific pieces of tech. You've got your water heaters, maybe a water treatment system, then the obvious stuff like faucets and toilets. But then you've got the unsung heroes, the garbage disposals, the sump pumps, and the big one, the main sewer line carrying everything away. Every single one is a critical checkpoint in that loop. And when things get backed up in that final drainage stage, the tech has gotten a serious upgrade. Take hydrojetting. This is not your grandfather's plumbing snake. We are talking about using incredibly high-pressure streams of water to literally blast away years of buildup that old-school methods just couldn't touch. It's a powerhouse solution for a really stubborn problem. All right, so that's the home circulatory system. Let's shift gears from water to air. For decades, the only thing we really cared about was the temperature. Is it too hot or too cold? But now, managing your home's atmosphere is a much, much bigger deal. We all know the acronym HVAC, right? Heating and air conditioning are the big slices of the pie, obviously. Ventilation is a key part too, but look at that fourth slice, air quality. This is the new frontier in home comfort, and honestly, it's becoming just as critical as the number on the thermostat. And this is why. There's been a huge shift in how we think about this stuff. It's not just about feeling comfortable anymore. It's about making sure the air inside our homes is actually healthy to breathe. And that requires a whole new set of tools. And here they are. We're talking about humidifiers to manage that dry winter air and dehumidifiers to stop mold from growing in the summer. There are UV light systems that you can install right in your ductwork that basically act as a bodyguard, neutralizing nasty airborne stuff like mold and bacteria. And since our homes are sealed up so tightly these days, fresh air ventilators are crucial for swapping out that stale air. And maybe most important of all, radon control systems that protect you from a dangerous, invisible gas that can seep up from the ground. It's a total defense system for your lungs. So we've covered water and air. What's the next level of evolution? Making it all smart. We are moving away from just reacting when something breaks to proactively stopping problems before they even start. Think of all this as your home's digital nervous system. It's always on, always monitoring. It's not just a smart thermostat that learns when you're home. It's a smart water valve that can feel a sudden pressure drop, realize it's a massive leak, and shut off the main water line by itself, and then send you a text about it. It's radon detectors that give you real-time data on the air. This network isn't just for convenience. It's a 24/7 guardian for your home. And that right there is the ultimate payoff. The goal is no longer about making that frantic call to fix a burst pipe. It's about getting an alert on your phone that says your system just prevented that burst pipe from ever happening. It's a huge shift from repair to prevention. But look, let's be realistic. Even with the smartest systems in the world, things can still go wrong. And when they do, you absolutely need a safety net. This is when all that complexity demands an immediate, expert response. And that response has to be ready at any moment. Problems don't care about business hours, right? So that emergency net has to be active 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. No exceptions. As the old saying goes, plumbing emergencies can strike when you least expect them. And isn't that the truth? It's never at a convenient time. And we're not talking about minor inconveniences here. We're talking about the most critical failures imaginable. A burst pipe isn't a leak. It's a catastrophic flood happening inside your walls. A gas leak isn't just a funny smell. It's a silent, explosive threat to your family. These situations need more than a quick fix. They need a rapid, professional response that can handle everything from water damage restoration to, in some cases, literally digging up your yard with emergency excavation to fix a broken line. The stakes are as high as they get. So, as we wrap up our tour of this hidden network, from the water loop to the air we breathe and the smart tech guarding it all, it leaves us with one last thing to think about. Your home is evolving. Its systems are getting more complex, more integrated, and way smarter than ever before. The only question left is, are you?